anxious to talk about. All right, what's up, guys? So Biden is hiring 87,000 new IRS agents, and they are coming for you. This has just been posted today at Cointelegraph. They're talking about how the IRS is hiring and fleeing up new agents, and the new Inflation Reduction Act was signed into law that was passed by President Joe Biden, empowering the IRS with nearly $80 billion in new funds. The world's most powerful tax collection agency is using the money to go on hiring spree to fuel much tougher enforcements and efforts. So we gotta watch, guys. We gotta watch. I'm gonna catch how things could be misleading when it comes to news, especially news headlines. If you don't read the full article, if you don't read the full story, I could see how people can easily be misinformed or misinterpreted what is actually being said, because I myself fell for this. I actually thought the IRS was going to be taking the $80 billion and they were going to be hiring 87,000 new people on top of the already 87,000 people that they have working for the IRS. Yeah, believe it or not, they actually have a huge amount of people that already work for the IRS already. So I started doing more research about this. And, there is some biased articles. Of course, bias goes many different ways. So you guys got to be very careful. Try to stay away from all the bias. But here's an article from CNBC. There are 4 top priorities for the nearly $80 billion in IRS. So this kind of helped clears things up a little bit on what exactly the $80 billion is being used for. So here is the outline. So the 4 priorities. This is actually cleared out in the memos, is to clear the backlog. So with millions of unprocessed tax returns, believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there that never got their tax return. They're still waiting for it. It's because the tax offices are backed up. They can't handle the amount of inflow of work that they're getting. So they obviously need to revamp, whatever it is, whether it's their operations, hiring more people, more hands or help, so they could get that fixed. So they're aiming to fully resolve this backlog, this issue, pledging to clear the pile up by the end of 2022. So hopefully by the end of this year, they could have that all fixed so people could actually start getting their tax returns. They also want to improve their customer service, and also push for making significant improvements to taxpayer services. While the agency only answered 11% of phone calls during fiscal 2021, the Taxpayer Advocate reported the IRS has recently leveraged technology to make improvements. So I can see that, especially if they're only answering 11% of their phone calls. That's a little disturbing, don't you say? Overhaul the agency's technology systems. Authorities' priorities to overhaul the agency's technology systems, upgrade them, make them, because obviously the systems that they're using are outdated. And that's probably the reason why they can't keep up with the demand. And, of course, there is truth on the hiring. They are planning on hiring a bunch of new IRS employees, but it is actually to replace the retiring workers that are working for the IRS. Yellen is prioritizing hiring IRS employees with the goal of replacing 50,000 IRS workers expected to retire over the next 5 years. So they have a old staff there, I guess, at the IRS. Bunch of old bees that have been there for 20, 30 years, 40 years, or whatever the retirement age is for to be work for the IRS. They're having to hire a bunch of new to replace all the people that they have worked for. So during the fiscal 2021, the IRS workforce consists of 78,661 full-time employees, which is actually a decrease of 12% since 2012. So they actually have been decreasing the workforce. According to the agency, this operation plan is key to ensure the public and Congress are able to hold the agency accountable as pursue needed improvements. So critics, all the critics out there are very worried about this. We've heard, they're worried about the IRS. They're going to be vamping up. It's going to be like Nazi Germany. They're going to be auditing everyone, and that, it turns out it's not actually going to be the case. I do think audits, we probably will see more audits. We definitely know that there's a lot of people not paying taxes, especially from the rich and wealthy. So hopefully revamping the programs, the IRS, they can actually be able to make sure people are actually paying their fair share of taxes. But I don't think they're going to be, you're not going to have IRS coming into your house with a gun trying to get you to pay taxes. I don't think that's going to be the case here, folks. But curious to find out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.